Hey there, racing family! Buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the wild start of the 2025 Speed Promotions Outlaw 32 series, and none other than the no-prep king himself, Sean "Murder Nova" Ellington, is right at the center of it all. If you thought he'd take it easy after dominating Season 7, think again. Sean's back, he's experimenting with fire, and he's got a Procharger screaming under the hood, with nitrous backing it up. And believe me, things are getting crazy fast. Let me set the stage. Murder Nova rolled into California ready to debut a new setup. A bigger 144 Procharger, 36-inch tall tires, and for the first time, external nitrous to cool and supercharge the intake air. It was an aggressive move, something you'd expect from a champion looking to stay ahead of the pack. But as we all know in drag racing, new setups don't always play nice. And this one? Well, it threw Sean and his team a curveball. Now, if you follow the 187 Customs YouTube channel, and you absolutely should, you probably saw the video where Sean broke it all down. Testing wasn't smooth. The new combo just wasn't clicking. Blower speeds were off, traction was unpredictable, and that beautiful 36-inch setup just wasn't delivering the consistency they needed. That's the gamble with innovation. Sometimes, the science doesn't match the seat of the pants feel. So what did Sean do? He pivoted. And that's what separates the legends from the pack. Instead of forcing a half-baked setup into battle, Sean reverted back to what worked in 2024. Last season's winning trim. He bolted on the 140 Procharger, switched back to the 345 tires, and dialed in a familiar combo that already brought him a championship. The only new twist? He kept the nitrous. And friends, that's where things get spicy. Let's talk about that. Mixing nitrous with a Procharger is no joke. You're essentially combining two massive power adders, boost from the Procharger and the instant chemical horsepower from nitrous oxide. But Sean's not doing this blindly. He's spraying externally, cooling the air charge before it even hits the intake manifold. That means denser, colder air. Plus the nitrous itself adds power as it gets into the engine. It's a clever trick, and when dialed in correctly, it can produce terrifying amounts of horsepower. But here's where it gets even more strategic. By going back to the 345 tire and proven combo, Murder Nova is aiming for consistency, not just raw power. In the Outlaw 32 format, especially on no-prep or sketchy surfaces, getting down the track every time is the name of the game. That 36-inch tire might offer more rollout and top-end potential, but it also demands a perfect surface and a setup that's locked in. Right now, very few racers have that dialed. Sean does, and that gives him a serious advantage. Now, today's race is no regular event. It's the Beat the Champions race, with a $10,000 prize on the line. And here's the kicker. You only get one test hit. One shot to figure out the surface before going into elimination rounds. That's where having a proven combo is priceless. Murder Nova might not be the fastest on paper today, but he's got the most dialed-in car. He knows how it behaves, how it launches, how to pedal it if needed. That knowledge could make all the difference. Looking ahead to tomorrow's Invitational, it's anyone's guess what kind of turnout we'll get. California is a long haul for a lot of these guys, so we might not hit the full 32-car field just yet. But as the season progresses and the series travels to more central locations, expect things to heat up fast. And don't forget, the field is wide open this year. Got a steel-bodied car and some big tires? You can race. No politics, no invites, just heads-up competition. That's how we like it. Here's the real story, though. While everyone's chasing new setups and big tire advantages, Sean is playing chess while others are still rolling dice. He understands that championships aren't won in the first race. They're won by staying consistent, collecting points, and building momentum. Sure, the new setup might be the future, and you can bet he'll keep developing it behind the scenes. But for now, he's rolling with what works. And that's a lesson every racer should take to heart. And let's not forget something really important here. Sean didn't just win a No Prep Kings championship last season. He dominated it. He wasn't limping across the finish line or scraping by with lucky wins. No, he was the most consistent, clean, and deadly racer in the field. That consistency wasn't luck. It was the result of years of data, testing, and seat time. And now he's applying that same mindset to speed promotions. So while other racers are experimenting with wild new combos, Sean's bringing a war-tested platform that he knows inside and out. That experience becomes even more valuable when you're limited to just one test pass, like today. Some of these racers may have massive horsepower, cutting-edge setups, even bigger tires. But if they can't manage it on a tricky surface with minimal tuning time, it's all for nothing. A car that gets down the track every time is always more dangerous than one that might go fast. And right now, Murder Nova is the definition of dangerous. Now, about that nitrous. I know a lot of you are probably asking, wait, isn't nitrous kind of old school? And yeah, in some ways it is. But the way Murder Nova is using it? That's next-level innovation. He's not just throwing a 300 shot into the intake. He's fine-tuning it, cooling the air, controlling detonation, and strategically using it to assist the blower. This isn't backyard tuning. This is race engineering at its finest. And it's not just the hardware either. It's the mindset. Sean isn't just racing to go fast, he's racing to win. And that means understanding when to push and when to play it smart. That ability to adapt, to pivot mid-weekend and change his entire strategy? That's what makes champions. There are plenty of racers with fast cars. There are very few with fast brains behind the wheel like Murder Nova. Looking down the road, Speed Promotions is shaping up to be a brutal gauntlet. We've got 7 races, a trip to Canada, and 2 100K to win small tire shootouts. 1 on prep, 1 on no prep. It's going to test everything: setups, tuning, driving skill, even logistics. The teams that can stay mentally sharp, keep their cars in one piece, and adjust to every track condition, they're the ones that are going to survive. And with this being an open invitation series, the talent pool is deep and unpredictable. You might have guys coming in from radial racing, outlaw prep classes, maybe even grudge racing. There's no clear favorite right now, which makes this whole thing so exciting. And with Murder Nova leading the charge, there's a target on his back. Everyone wants to take down the champ, and you better believe he knows it. But pressure? That's where Sean thrives. Remember, he's been doing this for over a decade. From back alley street races to the lights of national television, he's built his career on high-stakes moments. And now he's bringing all that knowledge to a new battlefield. His calm under pressure, his trust in his team, and his no-nonsense approach are exactly what makes him a perennial threat. He doesn't crack, he calculates. And that's why this year is going to be so wild. Because even though he's sticking with last year's setup for now, he's got a secret weapon in the garage. That new combo with the 144 Procharger and 36-inch tires? You know he's not abandoning it. He's just waiting for the right time, the right track, and the right opportunity to unleash it. When that moment comes, it could completely flip the championship on its head. So buckle in, racing fans. This is more than just another season. It's a clash of eras, a war of setups, and a mental chess game between some of the best in the business. Murder Nova isn't just racing for wins, he's racing for legacy. And judging by how sharp he looks already, it's going to take everything the competition's got to stop him. So, racing fans, now it's your turn. What do you think about this bold move? Was going back to the 2024 setup a stroke of genius, or should he have kept pushing forward with the new combo? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're excited to see Murder Nova tear it up again, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single update from this wild season ahead. The Speed Promotions Outlaw 32 series is just getting started, and the battles are going to be fierce. Stay tuned, because if today's race is any indication, we're in for a wild, no-holds-barred ride through 2025. Let's go racing, friends.